special night in the state of hockey. Duluth East could be the biggest Cinderella story in the history of this tournament. Unranked, unseeded, but undeterred. They came into this tournament with a 14-10 record and could leave with gold medals wrapped around their neck. Lakeville North walked down this hallway 1 year ago. They lost the title game to Edina, but they have not lost since. They have been ranked #1 all season long, but it won't mean a thing unless they win tonight. It's the team seeking perfection against the team trying to make their journey legendary. The fans are ready. The fans have been waiting for this a long time, and the comeback kids of Duluth East are going to try to pull off one more win. It's David against Goliath, #1 against an unseeded team. One thing we know for sure, something special could happen tonight. It is Duluth East against the Lakeville North for the Class AA State Championship. Hello, everybody. I'm Joe Schmidt, along with the hockey professor Mike McGraw and Dave Palmquist, the coach, and we've got a good one here tonight, gentlemen. Duluth East, Mike Randolph is getting this team believing every move of the way.
That he is. During the year, they had a rough stretch. Mike had a sleepless night. He couldn't get. He got up in the morning. He was supposed to go watch his son Jake play. He canceled the trip. Came up with a new scheme. He wanted to put his kids in a position where they could succeed, and he has done that, and the kids understand exactly what the coach wants. And let me tell you, those kids will walk on hot coals for Mike Randolph right now.
And Dave, Lakeville North, you can't go undefeated without being a special team. What makes them so special?
You know, the amazing thing with Lakeville North is they're a really talented team, and they have a talented team with rising stars, but there's not one player trying to be the star. They're trying to be a team, they're trying to be a unit, and they're all playing for each other. And right now, that's what the story is, and that's what's really making them special.
And Lakeville North has some stars. 6 Division I players, starting with Jack Paling. They can score.
Oh, this is a wonderful play. He does a little toe drag, great backhand. How quickly he had to go from the drag to his forehand to his backhand. Good goal.
And Max Johnson's another guy who could score for this team.
Yeah, great power play goal. He's just in the right spot at the right time. Buried the rebound. Max Johnson is a special player for this Lakeville North team.
He is.
It starts and ends with that #1 line.
It is. You don't know which one's going to get you, but they all contribute as the game goes on. That's what makes them so difficult to defend.
And they are trying to make some history tonight because only one team since 1992, the 1993 Jefferson Jaguars, have come into this tournament undefeated and won it all. That's very, very difficult to do.
It is.
It would certainly test your character, and it really says a lot about Ty Eigner and how he gets this team prepared throughout the year. They're a special group, and it's going to be a special night for one of these teams tonight.
Can Duluth East pull off their 5th upset in a row, or can Lakeville North run the table in the 2015 season? We've got it coming up here, the Class AA State Championship, right here on 45 TV.
Class AA Championship, the angles and the storylines are limitless with this matchup, Duluth East and Lakeville North. Lou, who would have thought?
Well, that's right. I know Duluth East certainly has fooled me because I never believed that they would be here, and they've convinced me and they've convinced a lot of others in this run that they've had, beating 4 seeded teams and doing it in really fine fashion. But tonight we're going to feature a couple of unheralded players that are extremely important because these 2 guys have been keys thus far. Alex Spencer, a big defensive effort last night against Edina. He's going to have to be key in front of his net tonight to stop that Lakeville North power. And he's one guy that's been looked to, and he's come through. He's going to have to do it again tonight. On the other hand, there's a rising star in Max Johnson. This guy keeps coming up with big goals. He's the center in the second line, just seems to find a way to get important things done and score at the right times. He is a key man tonight for Lakeville North.
Lakeville North has been #1 all season long pretty much, and Duluth East, what can you say? It's the Greyhounds and the Panthers. It's coming up on 45 TV.
It is Championship Saturday in St. Paul. Duluth East against Lakeville North. Let's meet the starting lineups. Here's PA announcer Jim Carroll.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 71st Annual Minnesota State High School Boys Hockey Tournament. Tonight's AA state title game features the champions of Section 7 with a record of 16-10-4, the Duluth East Greyhounds. Against the champions of Section 1 with a record of 30-0, the Lakeville North Panthers. Before we meet the players, let's meet the Duluth East cheerleaders. Molly Stutzman.
Hey, Grandpa.
Sarah Bowman.
Hi, Ben and Annabelle. Hi, Jace.
Sydney Samborski.
Hi, Grandpa. Hi, Barb.
Sarah Rhodes.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Marissa
Hi, Jason.
Jensen.
Hi, Mary,
Brooke
Mom and Dad.
Langlois. And Gregory the Greyhound. Now let's meet the Greyhounds. Junior defenseman number 3, Alex Spencer. Senior defenseman number 4, Brighton Lutzka. Freshman forward number 5, Garrett Worth. Sophomore defenseman number 6, Sam Casera. Sophomore defenseman number 10, Reed Hill. Junior defenseman number 15, Nathaniel Benson. Senior forward number 17, Nick Funk. Senior forward number 19, Nick Altman. Freshman forward number 20, Ian Majou. Junior forward number 21, Luke Dow. 8th grade forward number 22, Ryder Donovan. Senior forward number 23, Matt Little. Junior forward number 24, Ryan Peterson. Freshman defenseman number 25, Luke Lamaster. Junior forward number 26, Ash Altman. Senior forward number 27, Brian Bunton. Junior defenseman number 28, Shay Donovan. Senior goalie number 30, Lucas Hedin. Senior goaltender number 31, Gunnar Haug. And senior forward number 42, Evan Little. The assistant coaches are Brendan Brooks and Dylan Mills. Head coach is Mike Randolph. The Duluth East Greyhounds. Now let's meet the Panthers. Senior goalie number 1, Pierce Wilson. Senior forward number 3, Jack Paling. Sophomore forward number 4, Ryan Paling. Sophomore forward number 5, Reed Smith. Junior forward number 6, Max Johnson. Senior forward number 7, Nick Paling. Sophomore forward number 8, Max McGlade. Junior forward number 9, Taylor Schneider. Junior defenseman number 10, Adam Dushan. Sophomore defenseman number 11, Keaton Pearson. Sophomore forward number 12, Chaz Dupont. Junior forward number 14, Logan Campus. Senior forward number 15, Roman Rohrbach. Senior defenseman number 16, Jack Sadek. Senior defenseman number 17, Angelo Altavilla. Junior defenseman number 19, Logan Severson. Senior defenseman number 20, Jack McNeely. Sophomore forward number 21, Henry Innebeck. Senior defenseman number 22, Luke Sepper. The assistant coaches are Jake Enneback and Jake Taylor. Head coach is Trent Eigner, the Lakeville North Panthers. Here are tonight's game officials on the lines: Nick Bradshaw, Nick Svak. Your referees are Joe Harris and Dan Kovarek. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise, please remove your caps, and join the Lakeville North Band under the direction of Nathan Earp in the playing of our national anthem.
It is a packed house, over 21,000 last night for the AA semifinals, and a big one here tonight as well. And if it's a big one, you know we got Tori Holt downstairs between the benches. Tori.
Well, I'm excited for this one, and with two monumental upsets, the Duluth East Greyhounds have become this year's state tournament darlings. And when Ash Altman scored the goal to make it 3-1 against Edina with minutes remaining, this building exploded, and this place went nuts. Probably for the first time in the history of this tournament, 20,000 people were rooting for one team, and I talked to Mike Randolph about it. He said it was incredible. I had to call a timeout to calm them down so we didn't do anything stupid. He said it was so special, the whole game, all the emotion, the kids just fed off it. And guys, it will be interesting to see tonight's reaction from the crowd. This Lakeville North team has never won. They're not really that evil villain that everybody's looking for.
That is right. Today's starting goalies are brought to you by Holiday Station Stores, a Minnesota family-owned company. And one of the keys for Duluth East has been the play of that man there.
Well, Gunnar Hogg had a sensational night last night, and he's been really good for them down the stretch, and he's going to have to be big tonight. As is Ryan Edquist, who's obviously been tremendous for Lakeville North all year long, undefeated, and as good a player handling the puck and the goals as I've seen in this state tournament. Duluth East has to be very concerned about dumping the puck in or actually rimming it, because he'll play it out. He's something that they haven't come across before.
It's like having another breakout passing defenseman back there, really.
And a real good one, because his passes are sharp, crisp, and on the target.
And Lakeville North wins the faceoff. They're looking for their first title as this one pops out of play. Today's game plan brought to you by Chevrolet. Visit ChevyDealer.com for more information.
Well, Duluth East is going to try and disrupt the play in the neutral zone so they can't fly through there and force them to dump the puck. That's their best chance of getting it out. Lakeville North want to chip to a lot of puck and beat the forecheck with their defensemen coming out of the zone.
Nick Altman lost it to Jack Paling. Here's Ryan. Ryan finds Nick, and again, Ryan was ill and didn't play much last night. And he might be limited tonight.
I think he will, Jim. Talking to the coaches, you know, he's not feeling that strong. I think you're going to see him playing about 3 shifts a period. That's what they have planned thus far.
Nick Altman dumps it in. There is Edquist, who swings it back around. Jack Paling to center. Benson for Duluth East. And McNeely will go back.
Duluth is just going to try and trap you. See 4 guys in that neutral zone. They're not going to give them any space. They're going to play it to a tee, and that's what they've been doing. Because when you talk about these teams, we talk about Cinderella teams, we talk about David and Goliath. Just to give you an indication, Duluth East came into this tournament scoring just 78 goals, and here you are with 161 for Lakeville North. Lakeville North has got 38 power play goals. Duluth East 15. Lakeville North conversion percentage is 36. Duluth East 16. So the numbers are staggering difference, yet here's Duluth East because they play the system, and Mike Randolph is doing his best coaching job ever. He'll even acknowledge that. This team has just listened to him. They've been terrific.
Yeah, Lakeville North swept up, but not out. Panthers able to keep it in, and that's Taylor Schneider. Nick Altman is the leading scorer for Duluth East. If he was on the Lakeville North roster, he'd be 8th.
That's amazing statistic because Lakeville North plays a tough schedule.
Cleared by the Greyhounds. Garrett Worth. And we're calling him Cinderella. It's not like they've never been to the state tournament before. They've been here before, but based in the context of the season they've had, their record and those stats, they truly are one.
Oh, they've had a magnificent program up there in Duluth. They've been here so many times. They've won. And if you look at their record, it's staggering. They are just like a regular entry in this tournament.
Yeah, 7 in a row, 11 of the last 16 tournaments. Now a zigzag into the zone. Altavilla in. Speared by Haug.
Boy, that kid is showing us some good goaltending in this tournament. You know, there was a time this season when he was really sitting on the bench for 3 weeks, and he's come back, and he's been just spot on. Look at that save right there. That's an excellent shot in the upper corner. He gets his glove on it, gets the face-off.
And the face-off will be to his left. Taking the draw for the Greyhounds. They'll spin it back around. Tracking it down Peterson. Then right back into the Greyhound zone for Alex Spencer. Spencer ahead. And out to center, Ash Altman. What an electrifying goal he had last night. Of course, his brother did him one better with that diving goal that Nick scored. Along with Lou Nanny, I'm Jim Erickson. Close to 20,000 here enjoying this game, and wherever you're watching, we welcome you to tonight's telecast.
Yeah, terrific crowd here, Jim. One thing that was really noticeable was the confidence with which Duluth East played last night and then the overtime the night before. So they believe in their system, they believe in each other, and they're not afraid about this game.
Jack Sadek gets to it, then to the side of the net. Greyhounds attacking, trying to clear that as Sepper. He was pushing some bodies around. Now it comes out to center, Duchamp. Jack Paling, and here's the backhand back in. And it's in the Greyhound zone. Reed Hill. Garrett Worth, game winner in the section final in double overtime. He'll put the brakes on and dump it in. Sadek. Not only a Mr. Hockey finalist, he was a finalist for the Reed Larson Award as well. It's in on Haug. Swept away by the Greyhounds. They'll clear it all the way down. This will be icing on Duluth East. We are just underway. A little more than 3 minutes in. No score in the AA title game.
You take a look at Duluth East tonight. Everybody knows they're going to try and their outlet to come right around the boards. Everybody knows it. Edina knew it. You know Lakeville North knows it. And Mike Randolph knows that they know it. But he doesn't care. He says, we're going to fire it hard. We're going to have the wing go to the boards, engage the other winger that's going to try and keep it in and chip it out. And that's what they're doing right here again. They're going to do it every time. And they feel very confident that they can either chip it out, and they got the center coming from the other side to help out. So don't look for any deviation. It's coming, just like that, right there.
Yeah, you saw that graphic, too, that Lakeville North has not trailed for almost 1,000 minutes.
That's amazing.
The last team to have a lead against Lakeville North was Wayzata, December 31st. It was 1-0. East throws it in. That's intercepted. Jack McNeely. He's heading to Nebraska, Omaha. 6 Division I players on this Lakeville North team. 3 Mr. Hockey finalists. I mean, the accolades just roll through. I mean, you just keep going down the list.
They're a deep team, but it's going to be interesting to see after looking at that graphic if Duluth does take the lead. How are they going to react? How's Lakeville going to react? Because this is something different for them. But you see what they're doing in the neutral zone. They're not giving them any space to come flying through the zone with puck control. So that's why you're going to see a lot of pucks chipped by Lakeville tonight.
Luke Dow got the draw. It's rung around. Sepper with a shot that whistles off the end boards past Howe. Back behind the net. It's Dow again, who had one of the goals last night against Edina. Sepper keeps it in the middle. Spinning around is Johnson. Blocked. And Duluth East looking for a breakout, and they find Peterson. Peterson with Ash Altman. Oh, on the backdoor feed. He was trying to maybe get it off of Altman's stick. Maybe redirection. Maybe he could settle it down for a shot. Instead, East keeps it in. Sadik, Max Johnson. Back up to center. Snyder has to reach back to get it. He'll dump it in. He's heading off on the change. Out there to forecheck is Henry Enebach. Cleared by Duluth East. Back in by Lakeville North. Lakeville North, 30 wins on the season. The only other AA 30-win team was Centennial. 2004 when they won the title. They were 30-1. Remember that year, Lou? All 3 shutouts.
Right. They had an unbelievable tournament.
McNeely holds it in. Down to McGlade. McGlade wanting Smith out in front. Good job by Reed Hill for the Greyhounds. Up to Funk. Stick goes flying. Rohrbach for North. Picks it clean, but to Matt Little. He'll swing it around. There was McGlade to prevent that ring around breakout or clear. And it comes back to center Altavilla. He's got some room. Lets one fly. Saved by Haug. And the rebound trickled to his right. Still not out. Altman poked at it. Now Paling takes a swipe at it. That was Ryan trying to find Jack, and it's out to neutral.
Duluth East just chipping them out, but the pressure of forecheck right now is not giving them any opportunity to come out with clean control.
Jack Paling sets up, shot blocked by Altman. Paling gets it back. Altman there again, hanging in there, bothering Jack Paling. Basically rewrote the record books. Now it's Nick Paling with the steal to Ryan, back to Nick. And then his stick hit something, never really got the shot off. It was a fan, then tipped out to center by Bunton. And then again, it's Sepper right in for Lakeville North. I guess a lot of the action has been to our left here so far, Lou.
Well, you can see the kind of puck handling ability Lakeville North has. And when they get that puck, they're tough in the offensive zone.
Do it first, Lutzka. Again, there's that wraparound. Kept in by Lakeville North. They're doing a nice job getting to those wraparound clear attempts, aren't they?
Yeah, they're setting 2 guys over there. They're trying to make sure that they keep the puck in that way, and that forces Duluth. They finally have to ice it.
Oh, we've opened up Twitter. We've opened up Twitter, Lou.
An update. Trampled by Turtles. I don't know who that is. It must be a rock band.
You are correct.
If it was Sinatra or Dean Martin, I might know it.
I believe they're from Duluth.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And they've played at the State Fair, and they've become national. International, in fact. I think they had a tour where they were in Ireland or England here in the last month or two. Duluth East flipping it out to center. Schneider for Lakeville North. We are scoreless. Shots are 3-0 Panthers. The Greyhounds have barely had any possession time in the Lakeville North zone. It has all been to our left. Back to center again.
Lakeville North doing a good job taking those sides away thus far.
Enebach. It was off his stick, and then it slides in on Haug. He'll cover it up. 0-0. They scored 2 goals in the final 33 seconds to force overtime, and then East Grand Forks won it in the OT. Greyhounds have it here. Bunton for Altman quickly in, and a shot bounced wide. That's Nick Altman. Tried to keep it alive. Now it's Schneider. Lakeville North over to Enebach. High. Off the glass. Schneider up the boards. Wanted to dump it in. Stolen. Donovan's pass is going to be an icing. All right, let's. Tori's got something for us downstairs. Hey, Tori.
Louis, just validating that point that you're talking about. Trent Eigner's all over that. He wants them to cut the puck off on the wall over there, but instead of trying to make moves towards the net, just rip a shot from the wall and get the rebound and be able to put in a second chance.
And they've done a good job of that so far. But, you know, coming out of their zone, Lakeville North, one of the things we saw in this tournament, the Vanelli boys, coaches of St. Thomas, they were flying their wings high to break the trap, which they did successfully. They scored 5 goals. Unfortunately for them, they kept doing it too long, and after they had the lead, they had some turnovers and they lost 6-5. But that's one of the ways you can beat this trap that Duluth is doing. The other way is you got to be good with the puck yourself as a defenseman coming out.
Nick Funk putting on the pressure. Remember, Nick Funk had one of the big goals in that come from behind, the tying goal, in fact, against St. Thomas Academy. Lakeville North in, Reed Smith, shot, slammed off the end boards. Smith is there to track it down. Alex Spencer on him. Puck comes free to the wing. Who's going to get to it first? Poked in deep by Rohrbach. He swings it around, coming down to Clade again. Clade having to battle Benson. And then flipped, and that'll bounce through center. This shouldn't have enough for icing. And Edquist recognizes that, and then he'll play it right onto the stick of Jack Paling. Back to the east line.
Well, one of the things Duluth does very well is support one another in their own zone. Every time that puck's going to the boards, you're seeing one guy, then you're seeing 2 and 3 fighting for it. So they do back one another up to really fight hard to get the puck out of the zone.
They might be one of the best examples of a team playing as a team that we've ever seen. Little backhand by Jack Paling, went wide, came back to the point. That's in the corner.
They are one of the best at sticking to the coach's game plan, that's for sure. They haven't deviated all the way through, and that's what's made him successful. Mike Randolph knows what he's got, and he knows how to work with it, and he's done a magnificent job doing that.
Stolen by Duluth East. Luke Dow. Dow over to Peterson. Shot kicked away by Edquist. Comes back to the line, not out. Spinning around Peterson wide. Ash Altman for Duluth East there in the forecheck. McNeely, big defenseman, 6'3", 185. Carries it out to center. Forced in front of the benches. That'll be convenient for him. He goes off on the change. He dumps it in. But Ryan Paling is the one who picks it off. Wanted to go to Nick. Ryan then finds it at the half wall. Picked up by Donovan to center and swept in by Bunton. Stopped by Edquist and then back out. At his line is Lutzka. Needs some help. Donovan hustling back. Nick Altman, then back to the line. Now here's an opportunity on the right side. Shot, pad save by Haug, and it's cleared out of danger. Nice shot by Ennerbach, but he didn't have anybody there to help him on a rebound, and now we're going to get a penalty.
No doubt about that holding call. You can see that. Good save by Haug, as you said. He really looks confident in the nets right now, Jim. That was a big kick save, but now you're going to see the penalty coming up here in Duluth East. That to this point only had one shot on net and no really significant time in the offensive zone. Now we'll get the chance to go in a power play, and we saw them against Edina. Very effective scoring on the first power play they got to turn the game. And you'll see that. I mean, you could get elbowing. You could actually call it a couple things on Ennerbach.
It's almost like he was giving him he was doing the airplane spin from the old days of wrestling, right, Lou?
Yeah, he did that.
All right, so Ennerbach is in the box, and here's the Duluth East power play in a scoreless game. Power play brought to you by Catholic United Financial. To the point, LeMaster. And he gets it right back. Spencer wanted to go to the backside wing to Dow. It's intercepted and cleared by Jack Paling.
We were saying earlier about Duluth East, you know, they had a real good power play against Edina, but their conversion percentage for the year is 16%. And so, and you have to look at Lakeville North. They're 93% killing penalties.
In the tournament, Duluth East 2 for 3, though, so they're ahead of their season average.
And actually, Lakeville North won that game against Eden Prairie last night because they killed every power play, and the difference was the special teams.
There's a bouncing puck. Edquist will play it safe here with minute 11 left in the power play. You can get your local news, weather, and sports every night on 45 TV. Local news at 9 p.m. right here on 45 TV. And for the latest in high school sports, visit prep45.com. Lutzka rings it around for the Greyhounds. Nick Altman. He has it along the end boards. Needs to deal with Jack Sadek. Had a goal and assist in the win over Eden Prairie. And he's a future Gopher. Shot to the side of the net. Edquist reaching over to cover. And I don't know, Lou, if you talked about Jack Sadek and his athletic lineage. Goes back to your time.
That's right. The grandfather was a quarterback at the University of Minnesota. Father Brett, another athlete, football player. And when you look at it, that whole defense, they've got a very athletic defense on Lakeville North. Between football and hockey and baseball.
As their football team was outstanding again this year. They've made it to the state semifinals. Poke back, Little gets it back, and Little gives Donovan shot wide. They really got that puck in close. They collapsed in on the goaltender, and they'll keep it alive here with 29 seconds left in the power play. Centering pass is going to be tipped down.
They had a fabulous chance. In fact, Little had a chance, and he made a real good pass over to the side. And fortunately for Lakeville North, it gave Edquist enough time to just get set and get back up.
Yeah, Evan Little scored on a play like that before where he's out in front, and he scored. He's trying to set up 6 seconds left in their power play. Shea Donovan. Reversal over, opposite point. Benson. Long back around. Meanwhile, the Panthers back to full strength. Hennebach back on the ice. It's 5-on-5. And the Lakeville North penalty kill does its job as they clear here.
Good penalty kill, but it was also good power play by Duluth East. They had a couple of good chances.
Steal by Nick Paling. He centers for Ryan, and he scores! A turnover turned into a goal. The Panthers lead.
The guy that we didn't think was going to play or might play just a few shifts a period turns out to be the guy that gives Lakeville North the lead as his brother, Nick Palin, gets over in the center to Ryan Palin, and Ryan Taylor, coming off the bench on the change, gets to the top of the circle and lets it fly. Here it is right here, a turnover, and a pass from the left side right in the middle to Ryan, who just came on the ice. Good wrist shot, excellent pass across, and the Palin brothers do what they've done all year long, put Lakeville North on the board, in this case ahead 1-0.
Yeah, just a slight fan on that headman clearing pass out of the zone, and Lakeville North being aggressive. They had 3 guys at the line, so they were able to get organized once they got that puck on the turnover. Paling, the goal, is 16th of the season. Nick Paling getting the assist. And Duluth East finds themselves down. That's nothing new here in the postseason for them. And they don't panic.
No, as we said earlier, they were down 3-0. Delk River came back and won in double overtime. They were down twice by 3 goals to St. Thomas, came back and won that game. And they had to do it against Grand Rapids, too.
Yeah, they were down in that one. Had to come back and had to weather a big-time storm in the third period, just the section semifinals to get to that section championship game.
Yeah, they got a shot 23-2 in the third period and still won it.
Benson to center. Altman with a backhand in. McNeely will be the first to it for Lakeville North. McNeely, Schneider, Little, gloved and dropped by McNeely. They'll try it again here, and this one's going to sneak past everybody, but no icing.
One of the reasons why Lakeville North is able to come out as easily as they have been is because of the ability of their defensemen. Their defense back there are really quality players.
Benson back around. Bunton helps it out of the zone. Nick Altman in front of his bench. A blind pass out to center. Intercepted Schneider. Here he comes. He tries to get past Benson. Benson pushes him off the puck. Good job by Benson taking the body. Now Ash Altman. He gets knocked down. Hennebach with a check there. Panthers able to find it here along the near side boards. With McNeely again starting things as he steps across the line and dump it in. Lutzka behind his net. Flipped off the glass. Backhanded but not out. Sadek got a shot from there and said he's just going to chip it in with a little wrister. His team will chase it. Peterson is the one who brings it out. Peterson to center to Ash Altman, wide of the net. Edquist will... he baited him, didn't he? Then he swung it back around him.
I mean, that kid is something with the puck. He's amazing. I asked the coaches about him. They said he's the hardest working kid we got. And he works hard at what he does there.
Max Johnson, stick save Howe. Rebound Greyhounds, back out to center for Adam Duchan. And that's going to be dumped in. And we'll get a whistle, a stoppage, and we're still 1-0.
St. Thomas 2-1.
The fan cam is brought to you by 45 TV.
Look at those signs. One of the real thrills of the state tournament, I know everybody doesn't get in the building and come early, but if you come early just to listen to the cheering in the student sections reacting to one another, it's just fun. And to look at every night coming here, the different signs they have, how clever they are, how supportive they are, that's what makes this tournament so fun, so exciting, so much enthusiasm, and it never, ever is the same.
Matt Little versus Nick Paling. My favorite was probably when the beach ball went out. There's a shot that grazed the side of the cage. Funk has it. The beach ball went out into the ice, and then the opposing student section, they said, you can't do that to the student section that hit the beach ball out onto the ice.
Oh, they're so clever.
They are. Here's a puck that deflects in on Haug, and he will dive on it. Oh, boy, our guys in the truck, they're watching Twitter. They should get to work and stay off Twitter.
Well, that looks like fun.
Look at that.
Deep Haven on the lake. I mean, that's amazing. How big is that TV, I wonder?
It's hard to tell to scale on that picture.
I hope that lake doesn't have ice much longer.
You haven't been out ice fishing this year, Lou?
No, it's on my must-miss list.
It's out to center and dumped in. Benson for Duluth East. And it'll get started here. McNeely kind of captaining that defensive core here. Altavilla now will go back. He'll get a chance to try and clear for Jack Paling. He had one of the highlight goals of this tournament in the quarterfinals. Won a draw by himself out at neutral and made a couple of nice moves and scored a goal.
Well, they're trying to get a couple wings high and fly a couple right now, but they're just Lakeville North defensemen are just flipping it out, and they're not getting control in the neutral zone. I think they're going to have to at least bring one guy back or use the other defenseman to try and skate it out of the zone and then get it to the neutral zone here.
Nick Paling to Jack. Lets one fly from outside the circle. Howe with the pad save. Bunton for Duluth East. We have 40 seconds left in the first period. Nick Altman will come the other way. He's got Bunton chasing, but this is going to be an icing.
You almost want to say that Duluth East likes to have the puck in the, well, at least they'd like to have Lakeville North have the puck in the defensive zone, Lakeville North's zone, just so that they can try and trap them and hope to get a break.
Right.
They're not looking to forecheck and put pressure on a guy. They're not looking to buzz and carry it.
Off of the draw, Haug again. Having to flash some leather on the shot by Enebach.
Great face-off win by Max Johnson. But that's the way Duluth East, they want to counterattack and steal the puck and go and get something done.
Lou, you're saying they'll bring it to the blue line, then they'll just give it back to Lakeville North because you're going to come back at us. We didn't trap you the first time. Now come back. We're going to try and trap you the next time.
We're certainly trying that.
There's a penalty coming up. It's going to be on Duluth East. A late first period penalty, and we'll see that Lakeville North power play here for the first time.
Yeah, tripping call coming up, and as we said, Lakeville North had 38% conversion coming in. Here's the trip right there, just reaching out with the stick, and that's going to be enough to do it.
Yeah.
Looks like Donovan, I think it is, going off, but they scored 2 goals last night in the power play against Eden Prairie, changed the whole game. Eden Prairie really had more control, puck possession time throughout the game, but the power play, the effort that Lakeville North put forth on that power play changed the whole game, and that's how we were able to advance to the game here tonight.
Yeah, it was a 2-2 game, and then you blink your eye, and it's 4-2.
Time of penalty 16:37.
Matt Palin taking the draw.
16:39.
Off to Ryan. Now it's Sadek. Straight away. 13 seconds left. Johnson. Off the end, off the side of the net. It came out in front. Ryan Paling with a shot. Came out to Sadek. Then to Johnson. Wide.
That was a great save. Yeah, that was a great save. Right at the end there. Well, Duluth East got to feel good. They're out of here 1-0, even though they got outshot 9-1. It's just 1. And as we said, they came back from 3 before. They're feeling good. At the same time, Lakeville North has got to feel good because they haven't had any pressure on them. They've had a number of opportunities, quality opportunities. Haug has done a great job in the nets thus far for Duluth East.
All right, Torrey Holt is down on the Lakeville North bench. Torrey.
Coach, how'd you like your start in that first period there?
I thought we did some good things early in the period, physical, and I kind of thought we'd have some puck possession going on, which I like to see with our guys. So we're just going to stay the course and be as patient as they are.
You like the pace of play right now? Is it kind of getting into the way you want to play this game?
Well, let's be honest. I mean, they're going to dictate that the pace is slow. They're not going to press, and I understand that. And watch them play 2 games on the weekend. So, like I said, we'll remain patient, be willing to do the work we need to down low.
How important was it getting that first goal against these guys?
Well, I mean, anytime you can get off to a good start, it's fantastic. Not only for them, but for your guys. So, I mean, like I said, we were happy with the start. Hopefully we can continue.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, there's head coach Grant Eigner.
And Lakeville North will have a minute 40 of a power play to start the second period. And Lou, coaches love that, don't they? They get to go into the break and plan for a power play.
And especially they got a lot of time, a minute 40, and that's what you want to have. An opportunity to extend that lead. That's the way you want to start the period.
Energy Center. Joe Schmidt along with the hockey professor and Dave Palmquist. And Duluth kind of has them right where they want them. They're behind.
Exactly. They have them in sight. They're out in front of them. They can't sneak up on them. I think that Coach Randolph would be very happy with that period, except for the one mishandle of the puck by the defenseman that led directly to Lakeville North's goal. His team is doing exactly what he wants them to do. He's going to be patient. They play for the break. Everybody counts shots except for Coach Randolph. They're not important to him.
And Lakeville North will come out in that second period with a minute 40 left in the power play. They could easily make this thing 2-0 if they get their offense going.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for Lakeville North. Power play to start the second period. Great opportunity to extend that lead. I think both teams got to feel good about the first period. It's only a 1-0 game for Duluth East, and Lakeville North scoring first is a big part of this game.
You know, Duluth East kind of plays like a four-corner offense in basketball because they're slow, they're deliberate, and so far that defense is working quite well as we take a look at highlights, Dave.
Right. He's made it very easy for his players, Mike Randolph has. He's created a system in which his players can be successful. In their defensive zone, they play like a 3-2. They always clog the middle, so you have to... Lakeville North not only has to be one man, they have to be two men, and you can see how they just clog it up and slow it down. Lakeville North really didn't have many good scoring opportunities other than the one mishandle you'll see here.
And Dave, when you make a mistake against Lakeville North, they're going to capitalize.
Well, and we talked about that, just waiting for the opportunity, be patient. The opportunity came, Ryan Paling, great finish from his brother Nick Paling.
There's a second look at it right here, the nice feed inside.
Well, Duluth East was playing so well up to that point. A simple miscue, trying to clear the puck, and the Paling brothers are going to make you pay for it. Great play by the Paling brothers.
Tonight's stats are brought to you by Polymed, working on a plan to mine the copper, nickel, and other essential metals that make this broadcast possible. Learn more at gopolymed.com. Shots on goal, that's a big differential.
Yeah, it is. But after this first period, the way I look at it is Coach Randolph has to be pleased in one way, but it's like two big heavyweight boxers throwing jabs. Who has the bigger knockout punch? I mean, who can score more? That's North. And Coach Randolph can't let them get more than one ahead of them.
Does Duluth East have to open it up a little bit? One shot on goal. I mean, the goaltender's going to fall asleep back there.
Well, with one shot, that certainly isn't going to get them over the top, but that's the type of game they got to play, and they're going to wait for their opportunity. The only way, really, that Duluth is going to get some scoring chances if they get on the power play, and that's going to come through hard work, and it's going to draw penalties from Lakeville North.
This is the 2015 Minnesota Boys State Hockey Tournament, so we know there will be some excitement here yet tonight in this building. After one period, it's a 1-0 game. We're back to talk more about it right after this on 45 TV.
Thank you. I tell you what, Duluth East are down 1-0, but this is right where they love to be.
Exactly. Do not even think about this game being anywhere close to being dominated by Lakeville North, because Duluth East just never quits, and they find ways to get into games and win the games.
Again, Lakeville North has a power play at this point, minute 23 left in it, but Duluth East able to clear it all the way down.
We just had former Viking and the broadcaster of the Vikings, Pete Bursich, brought by, and he's got 3 hockey players in Lakeville. So
I didn't recognize him.
Converts.
Exactly. I didn't recognize him with the hockey jersey on. Paling at the line. Nick Paling for Ryan. Back to Nick. Top of that umbrella. And then they find Nick again. Nick's going to St. Cloud. All 3 of the Paling brothers will be heading to St. Cloud. It's cleared by Duluth East.
Look at how tight that box was for Duluth East. They were not letting anything through the middle or towards the net. Really maintaining perfect position in their own defensive zone.
Greyhounds penalty kill 82% here on the season for Lakeville North. 2 for 5 on the power play here in the state tournament. They'll send it to the net, kicked around Lutzka. That puck is still loose. Up to the line. Nice job by Nick Paling, able to hold his own.
He's got great hands.
And a Bach. Back to Nick Paling. Scores! just floated along the blue line, and it's 2-0.
Oh, boy, but it all came about because of his hands. Those hands are sick. Did you see him keep that puck in along the blue line? It was just unbelievable. That puck looked like it was going out of the zone. He was able to keep it in, shot the puck, and Ennebeck deflected it. And Ennebeck, he scores in every game. And by the way, Bursich was saying how Reed Smith, the number 5 for Lakeville North, a great football player. So is that Ennebeck kid, too, he says. But boy, oh boy, that Nick Palin, what a move he made. And then he comes right back, takes a look. He's looking all the time, and he just gets that shot towards the net, nice and low. Ennebeck reaches out, deflects it right there.
Very slight deflection.
That's all it took.
All it takes.
Boy, that I tell you, St. Cloud is going to be happy with that. Those Palin brothers coming up there.
They're going to have to. It'll be tough to tell them apart. Oh, that one almost short hopped in on Howard. That was the only shot on that power play for Lakeville North, and they made it count. Altavilla blast one in on Howard.
And those deflections are not the goalies' fault. You just don't stop those. You got to be lucky to stop them.
Ennebeck. Here's his shot. Now they're going to get it. Jack Paling's going to get the goal. Nick Paling and Ennebeck getting the assist.
Well, I'd be surprised if they
switch it around. Yeah, they might take a closer look. You got good eyes, Lou.
Well, you look at the goalie, even, it seemed like he had perfect position on him to just change directions on him.
Yeah. Backpedaling. Lakeville North, McNeely to the line. Howell reaches out with that blocker, and then a shot comes right back in him from the half wall. Rebound, Rohrbach. Wanted to wrap it around, denied. Reed Hill got in the way of that one.
And good support back there for Duluth East. Had 3 guys on the puck.
Nick Funk, quick shot through a screen by Matt Little. And Edquist forced to make a save. He's looking behind him here as Lakeville North reverses the puck to the far side corner. Luke Sepper in there is Worth. Take him out of the play, and then Sepper drives Worth down to the ice.
Sepper is 6'5". He's a big boy.
Garrett Worth not quite that big, 5'9". That made a big play in their section championship to get him here to the state tournament with an overtime goal. North will throw it right back in. Alex Spencer, he's the big defenseman on the Duluth East blue line, 6'4", 215.
He used his size very effectively last night. He's doing it again tonight to protect the front of that net for East.
Sepper sends it in. Here's the pass along the end boards, the sideboards, and kept in by Lakeville North. That's Rohrbach again to the middle of the ice. Nick Altman came out with it. It's back in, out, and now brought back in by Lakeville North's McGlade. Trailing the play, Reed Smith. Bunton for Duluth East. To Nick Altman. And his shot actually hit a couple of defenders, and off of Lakeville North's Altavilla. It's in on their goaltender, Edquist. He's making saves on everybody, his own guys and Duluth East. It's 2-0 Panthers. On 45 TV, you can watch the most comprehensive weekly prep sports show in the state. It's Minnesota Prep Spotlight tonight and every Saturday night at 11 p.m.
Be a lot of good highlights on it tonight.
This one gets tipped to center. Lakeville North with it. Ryan Paling puts it onto the stick of the Greyhounds. Now they transition in. Winding up is Ryan Peterson, and Edquist will find it in his glove and make another save. Edquist, he's such a calming presence. You can see why he's heading to the University of Minnesota.
And he's only a junior. He's not getting there yet.
No.
This kid is young, but he looks like he's ready to go to college, but his play is certainly capable of it.
Lakeville North winning a draw. Long pass for Ryan Paling, and it just bounced off his stick. If not, he's off all alone and unhowed.
Well, when you got defensemen like Lakeville North does, they can make those long plays. These defensemen, every time they see the ice well, they get that puck up ice if they have the opportunity, or they'll stick handle it out.
Back out to Altavilla, and that'll deflect up into the netting. It's a Twitter Saturday night here. Southern California, Lou.
I kind of like that place.
And they would have to to have the TV and then a picture of the green grass.
But I got to tell you, I'd rather be right here, right now, than
No
Southern
doubt
California.
about that. This is the place to be.
That's in New York. Now that's a little.
I think
weather.
in the world of social media, there was a time earlier today that Hermantown was actually trending because all of the comments on that Hermantown comeback, all the activity on social media about that Hermantown comeback, and people retweeting and responding and replying, doing those things that they do on social media. This state high school hockey tournament's coast to coast here these days, huh?
It really is. It's amazing, with the internet. People are watching the games all over and enjoying them.
Duluth East down 2-0. They bring it in, flip it into the corner. Working there is Bunton to try and hold it in. He can't do it because it's Zenebach who has it through center. Centers it, nobody home. Tip back out by East, out to Sadek. He'll drive it on net. And Haug able to knock that down. Flipped out by the Greyhounds. This will go the length. And they'll whistle this one down. It will be an icing. Today's closed captioning brought to you by Touchstone Energy. Together we save.
You could tell the kind of stifling defense, though, that Duluth East has. When you look at a high-powered team like Lakeville North and the ability they got up front, they have 12 shots on goal. That's not a lot of shots for their team.
No.
They usually just pepper the net.
But the way Duluth East has been playing recently, maybe that's a high total against them. They haven't been giving up a lot of chances.
They don't give you anything.
No.
And in fact, because of the way they're playing, and you have to say that Lakeville North has got to be somewhat tenuous because they see Duluth East coming through 4 big wins like that against teams that are ranked and supposed to beat them. So they got to be a little cautious how they play, and that's what's really transpired here tonight.
Max McGlade working to keep it in. Swung around. Ryan Peterson for Duluth East. Blast from the point. That shot rings up and out. And it's the Greyhounds at center. Ryan Peterson. He had the beautiful tip in, the overtime winner against St. Thomas Academy. Ash Altman tried to keep it in. It comes down, driven in by Lutzka. Gloved and dropped by Edquist.
Almost a chance for Ash Altman there. He just skated by that pucker. He would have had a quality opportunity.
McGlade, and then backhanded in by Peterson. He took a hit. Look at his wrist. That right wrist, he was shaking it as he heads over to the bench. Hopefully he'll be okay as the puck comes to center, and it's Rohrbach. Lost it at the line, and then Funk tried to get going. He went down. Instead, it's picked up by Garrett Worth. He'll zip into the zone. Up high to Bunton. He gets leveled, and a penalty up and coming.
And that was, what a check that was.
Ryan Paling.
Ryan Paling laid a heavy check on him, but they already were getting a tripping penalty.
He doesn't seem to be feeling any ill effects from the illness that he had last night.
Not when you're throwing checks like that. As we see McNeely right here, he lost his stick and he tripped the guy, and McNeely's going to get tripping, but here you're going to see the hit right there. Wow. You can almost feel that upstairs. I'll tell you, he knew that he was hit.
That was solid. Luke Dowell takes the draw for the Duluth East, but it's Lakeville North winning it. Sadek draws the defense, and he flips it over to Nick Paling. Paling with a backhand, leaves it in the slot, swooping in to steal Ryan Peterson. And at 45 on the power play. Duluth East power play coming in 2 for 4 in the tournament, 0 for 1 today, so their second chance in this game tonight. Alex Spencer down the wall, stolen Jack Paling.
Oh, those Palings, they got good hands. You see how many pucks they knock out of the air with their stick? You think you could pass it through them, across them? They just knock pucks out of the air.
LeMaster offside.
And that was Jack Paling, by the way, to tip the shot. He did tip the shot from Nick Paling. They get their sticks on pucks all the time.
Today's power play is brought to you by Catholic United Financial. Now, Duluth East, they beat Edina last night. Duluth East might have the best record against Edina in the last several years. Mike Randolph is now, I saw this on Twitter, 20-11 versus Edina under Mike Randolph.
Talk about the comeback he made, because they got beat by Edina early in the year 7-1.
Yeah.
And they come back last night and upset him. Mike gets his teams ready, and those two teams play a lot. There's a great respect between Giles and Mike Randolph. They really like each other.
Still working here, Evan Little. Under a minute left to go in the power play, and that will creep up the glass and touch the net, and we'll get a face-off.
Well, a real good job thus far done by Lakeville North. They're really keeping all the pucks to the outside, not giving up any chances, and they have had the opportunity to take the puck down themselves a couple times.
Evan Little off of the draw, forcing it into the corner. Bunton goes down to try and keep it in, and Evan Little tried to swing around with a backhand stuff in. Instead, it's stolen away by Sadek.
What a tournament he's having.
Sadek, Johnson, shot, save, rebound just wide. As Howe kicked that to the wing, and Enebach almost had an open net. He had quite a bit of the net to work with. He just couldn't hit it. Nick Altman reaching for that pass, falling down. Sepper still cleared by the Panthers.
These two guys, I'll tell you, Enebach and Johnson have done quite a job for Lakeville North this year.
Tipped in by Bunton. He's off to the bench. Final 15 of the power play. And that's going to almost just about do it. Haug is going to hand it off to Hill. Over to LeMaster. 4 seconds left in the power play to Dow. Stolen. Jack Paling.
And there's full strength.
Dancing around, waiting for some numbers, waiting for his teammate to come back out on the ice. So it's 5-on-5, and it's Nick Paling still in the zone to the dot shot. Speared by Haug.
What a save. What a great glove save by Haug. An excellent play by Paling.
And with that, we'll step aside. It's still 2-0 Panthers. In last year's Class 2A final, top-seeded Edina took on Lakeville North. The Hornets got on the board first with a goal from Casey Dornbach, a 1-0 lead. The Panthers tied things up, but Edina added 2 more goals in that period, including a power play goal from Miguel Fiddler. Hornets never let off the gas, and they cruised to an 8-2 win, and their 9th state championship, their 3rd under Kurt Giles, and back-to-back.
And that's why you can see how really dedicated Lakeville North is to winning this year. They don't want to have a bad taste less than a month again, so they're working hard here tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. Bunton in, shot high. Nick Altman, quick turn, and then Bunton was there for a possible redirection. It ends up going wide on the short side, and then flipped back out to the east line. Alex Spencer swept by Benson, snuck across the line by Nick Altman. Now back the other way. It's Lakeville North, and it's Jack Paling.
I'll tell you, Duluth is starting to open up the offensive, but they seem like they're getting more confidence with the puck. They're getting more offensive time.
Another shot by Ryan Paling this time. Dowd with the rebound, swept to the far side. Benson working hard to clear. He'll tip it up to Altman, then it's tipped by Bunton, but not all the way to the Lakeville North line. They'll flip it from center all the way in. Drop by Haug, grabbed by Spencer. Altman to Bunton for East. And send it into the corner. Altman back after. Long shift here for that Nick Altman line. Trying to get something going here for Duluth East. Down 2-0. With Ryan Paling handling it out at center. Now it comes back. Winding and firing is Ryan Peterson, but it deflects up and out of play. Lakeville North 2-0. Exactly 7 minutes left to go in the second period.
There's a nice TV right there, a good-sized TV from
People having
Stillwater.
fun.
I like that name, Go for 9. Right now, if I was Lakeville North, I'd be a little concerned because Duluth East is coming on. They're playing much better. They're getting more puck control, and if they get 1 goal, watch out. They're going to start feeling the way they did the last 4 games when they were behind coming back. They got a great deal of confidence in what they're doing and what they've accomplished.
LeMaster circles back into his zone, dumps it in. Stopped by Edquist, but not out. East comes down the wall to hold it in. And now North will try the near side. Unable to hold on to it. Enebach, it still comes out to center. Now Schneider a chance to track it down. LeMaster for Duluth East is the first to it. Now trailing the play. Enebach picks it up, flips it through.
That was close. Snyder was all alone in front. Enebach stole that puck, and it seemed like Snyder was all alone, but the gap closed at the last second, and he couldn't complete that pass, or he had an easy goal. Just like happened.
Yeah, Sadek picks up the Duluth East dump in all the way ahead. Nice little pass across by Schneider. Shot. Haug the save. He denies Enebach. Enebach gets the rebound for Schneider. Backhand Johnson, and Johnson taken out by Lutzka.
Yeah, did you see a little move he made back through his legs and took a shot? Pretty nice little play.
Back again is Johnson. Backhands it through. Reed Hill throwing his body around for Duluth East. Back to center for Funk. And he's able to force it in. He'll ride in with Altavilla along the glass. Johnson again, but not out. Grabbed by Worth and gloved by Edquist. We'll get a face-off in the Lakeville North Zone when we come back. Here's that little play you talked about, Lou.
That's Max Johnson. Max Johnson's got the hands that you like to see. Gets a shot on net through his legs. We stayed 2-0.
If you're an athlete, or you dream of becoming one, if you get injured, go where the pros go. Our top Twin Cities doctors are available for you 7 days a week. For the athlete in all of us, there's Tria.
Purchase the North Stars Goalie Greats ticket when the Wild host the Blues March 21st at 1 p.m. Pack includes a lower level ticket, North Stars Goalie Greats poster, and pregame autographs. Visit wild.com/goalies for tickets.
Yeah, I believe Cesar Maniago, Gilles Malache, Don Beaupre, they'll all be here. It's going to be a heck of a night.
A lot of fun. Ooh, a shot right through by Benson. And Edquist got in the way of it. Cleared by Lakeville North, and Benson back to reset. Spencer up the center. Evan Little. Past Nick Altman. Edquist keeps it away from Altman. He swung it around. Duluth East thought about maybe taking a shot from the half wall before Edquist got back in net. Never made it there. Breakout pass by Paling. Intercepted Benson. Then Benson's clear out's knocked down by Jack Paling. Centers for Ryan. Left wing below the circle behind the net. Up to McNeely. And stolen Spencer. Zigzag, they'll weave at center across the line. Shot is blocked off the stick of Bunton. Up high, Little. Bounces towards the net. Bunton trying to play it to the slot. Maybe he had somebody on his backside. Nothing there. And it comes back to the Duluth East line.
Well, those three Paling brothers really not only played great offense, they played great defense. They were back deep. They broke up two of those plays. Got the puck out. Know how to play.
Spencer looking to set things up, and instead that deflects rink wide in front of the benches. Evan Little tried to keep it going in the way of the Greyhounds. Instead it's Reed Smith bringing it the other way. Centers up through the slot. Had a man there, but it zipped past him and all the way back with Sadek for Lakeville North.
Sadek just didn't quite get to the blue line. That puck came right out. Had he got there, he had about 20 feet to walk in and get a shot on net.
That was Dufon at center momentarily. Puck knocked down with a high stick at center ice by Altman. That's Ash Altman, so we'll get a whistle. They just announced the attendance. This is a session record.
Ladies and gentlemen,
19,495. That's another record. Just continues year after year after year. They seemingly get bigger and better.
19,495.
In the Duluth East zone, finally getting to it there was Lutzka. Both teams had a couple of guys with a chance at it. Lutzka swings it around. Now he's involved in that pile of bodies in the corner. Four guys battling there. Luke Gow went down to a knee. Picks it back up. Sweeps it away from Smith up to Sadek, who holds the zone here for Lakeville North. Trying to walk in on the wing. Rohrbach, he got tied up in there to grab it. Luke Gow Tried to clear, but hit that stanchion. Comes out in the middle and a shot wide. Orbach. Now Duluth East. Swung around to Lutzka. He'll play it off the glass back out to neutral.
Good forechecking there by Lakeville North, is getting to those pucks again quite quickly. Bottling Duluth East up.
Yep, that puck that time will ride the rail all the way out. This one is going to be in and whistled down.
Just a little quick getting in the zone, but they're getting their legs under them again. They're getting to the puck area. They're not allowing him much time to even look to ring that puck around, and they just haven't had the ability to connect in short passes around the net, or they would be able to create some real good opportunities. They have had a lot of puck control, Lakeville North has, but they haven't had a lot of opportunities on that goaltender lately.
Just 16 shots for the game. Duluth East has 7, so a low shot total for both teams here. Greyhounds clear it to the opposite side, thrown in by Altavilla. He's the great baseball player. They'll be going to play for the Cornhuskers in Nebraska. Back out to center. Spun around. Grabbed by McNeely. At center. Backhand pass Funk. Funk finds Worth. And then Funk comes back to find the puck. But he was taken out of the play, and Lakeville North does a nice job shoveling it back out to center.
That's right, Jimmy. He was taken out, and he was taken out and right beside the defenseman with a forward. One thing Lakeville North continues to do is playing strong in their own zone.
Max Johnson, 2-on-1 developing shot, and I think Howe got a piece of it and ended up hitting the end boards on a McGlade shot as that one rapidly turned into a 2-on-1.
A great opportunity, an excellent save by Hogg, and after that the rebound came and it looked like Max Johnson was going to be sort of backhanded and it hit the side of the net. It looked like another real good opportunity for them.
At the Lakeville North line, Nick Altman dumps it in. Bunton crashing into the corner. Sadek, that big body, just able to hold his ground. Flips it to center. Poking at it, Ryan Paling. He gets it. He skates in, and Howe makes a save. That was old school kickout type save.
That was an excellent play, and actually Paling just ran out of an angle. He wanted to give a cross, but it was a good back check on the play by the defenseman, so he had no room for it.
Bunton in, and again forced to take a shot that is outside the dots. Nick Altman able to get to it, tips it to Lutzka, who dumps it in. Most of Duluth East shots have been from the perimeter. Sadek out to center.
He's been outstanding tonight. Sadek is having a marvelous game back on defense.
See why he's a Mr. Hockey and a Reed Larson Award finalist. Jacob Olson of Hill Murray won that Reed Larson Award for the outstanding senior defenseman. Duluth East, Brian Bunton with 38 seconds left in the period. He knows he needs to get off on the change. He'll cross the red line and get it as far into the Panthers zone as he can. Panthers come right back to center. Ennebach fanned on a backhand. Now he's got it. Ennebach in, splits the defense all alone. He goes high.
He was going for that upper corner. He knew where he wanted. He just didn't get it there.
Kept in Johnson on net, and he had Ennebach coming in, so Howe covers it to play it safe. Face off in the east zone.
God, watch this. This one go right off the pipe. Look at that shot right there. Snyder's come from the left side. They are getting some chances in the last minute and a half. They just haven't been able to put it away. And look at the last one. You're going to see that's Johnson passing it right to Ennebach. He was smart enough just to deflect it, change the direction. Hogg made another save.
This one again from down low. Like it hit the side of the net. Hogg may have gotten a piece of it. Would you say that the Greyhounds have been dodging some bullets here?
They've been dodging many in the last minute and a half. They're going to get out of this period now 2-0. Lakeville North, but when you look at the period overall, Duluth East got to be happy coming out 2-0 because they didn't have much puck control. They did have it for about 2 minute span and looked like they could get a goal. But Lakeville North complete control, but they haven't got much to show for it. So that's why Duluth East got to feel good.
Yeah.
They're down 2-0 and they've got a whole period to go. We've seen them down 3-0 with 6 minutes to go and win the game. So I'm sure that the coach of Duluth East, Mike Randolph's got to feel pretty good, at least, to being only 2 down right now.
And speaking of head coach Mike Randolph, who moved into 7th all-time in the coaches list in the state of Minnesota, he is down there with Torrey Holt.
Thanks, Jim. Coach, it's tough sledding in between their D inside there, getting high-quality chances. What can you do here in the third to create some more offense?
Well, we got to manage. First of all, we got to manage the puck. We look really slow because in the neutral zone, they're intercepting a lot of our passes and jumping up, and they're not shy about throwing it in, which is smart on our behalf. And then our battle level is just not there right now. We got to get some energy in our game, and if we pop one or get something going, get some energy in the building, maybe we can get going.
You know what? This team has no reason not to believe in themselves coming out in the third, what you've already accomplished. What is it about this team in particular that has made them come back so many times?
Well, they have worked hard all year. It starts with the leadership group. Altman and Button are the leaders, and they never quit, and everybody's jumped on board, and they won't quit. They'll come out here and they'll play their best period right now because they know it's their last period of the season. We got a lot of seniors in there, and they're going to give it their all, and we're going to go after them this period. We're not playing third guy high. We're coming after them. Tell Louie that, will you?
All right, appreciate your time, Mike. Louie, you heard him.
That's great. Isn't he wonderful?
They ain't done.
That's why when he's as popular a coach as there around the state. And you look at that record, he's got 330 wins more than losses. Just done an outstanding job with Duluth, and he continues to develop good hockey players. Great coach, Mike Randolph.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about Duluth East, 2 goals down. They need to come out with energy. Mike Randolph talked about it.
Yeah, they do. They really have to get some energy. They looked a little lethargic at the end of the period there, but, I look at it this way. This might be Mike Randolph pulling the old rope-a-dope. Make them feel a little comfortable, and then when we get them sucked in, then we'll turn it on and get them.
And Lakeville North has just been kind of workmanlike. That would be the best way to. They put their work boots on, they put their hard hat on, and they're just getting the job done.
Well, that's exactly right, Joe. They just play a fundamentally sound hockey game. They keep the plays simple. The defensemen move it D to D, get the puck up to the wings, they get in deep, and they really make those difficult plays look simple. They're a really sound team.
Well, Lakeville North started the second period on the power play, and they took advantage of it. Let's take a look at the highlights here in the second period.
Well, Lakeville North wanted to come out and get one here on the power play early in the second period. This was Nick Paling walking the blue line. Great tip. Get the puck to the front of the net. Jack Paling tips it in, and that's a big second goal for the Lakeville.
No matter how many times you practice that tip, it's amazing when it goes in.
It's a simple play on the power play there that they do every single day in practice probably. Great play by the Paling brothers.
Here you'll see how well Duluth East is playing defensively, and you'll see the firepower of Lakeville North here. I mean, it's line after line, player after player. They come in, they pick up their heads. Look at the young man, pick up his head, take the shot. They're always trying to take the shot or make the play. They are very good in the transition game. Annabach here, look at that guy, the burst of speed. They're a very good team.
Tonight's stats are brought to you by Polymed, working on a plan to mine the copper, nickel, and other essential metals that make this broadcast possible. Learn more at gopolymed.com.
Well, obviously, you look at these stats here, 2 scoring chances for Duluth East. But what Mike Randolph is telling his team right now, 1 at a time. They're only 2 back, 1 shot at a time, and they're right back in this game.
1 goal could change his game. The Hounds are ready to come out here. Stay with us for the third period of action here in the AA State Championship in St. Paul.
Fred Agner, the head coach of Lakeville North, and they may give Duluth East a little dose of their own medicine here in this third period. They're going to be chipping pucks off the wall, getting it deep, going after, being physical on that forecheck, and really put it to them in the third period. That's what they want to do. They said 17 miles to go to win a state championship. One thing of note, Bob Altavilla is an assistant coach with the Lakeville North Panthers. He was an assistant coach for the 1996 Apple Valley Eagles that went 27-1 and won the state title. That team showcased some high-end talent, just like this Lakeville North Panthers squad, in guys like Eric Westrom, Aaron Dwyer, Nick Gretz, a bunch of guys that went Division I. Pretty incredible.
And wasn't that also not the year of the 5 overtime game, Lou?
Boy, that overtime game took a year.
Yeah, it was a year in itself. That was a season in itself.
Well, I think we're going to see maybe a more wide open period after we heard Mike Randolph say he's going to go after him with the third man high. I spent about 15 minutes with him before the game. He was showing me his plan, and that was to be real defensive as he was, but now he's going to open it up. And so we should see some fireworks here.
Right.
It's going to be real crucial as to who gets the next goal.
It's that chess game, right?
That's right.
One team makes one adjustment.
Right.
The other team wanted to make an adjustment, but the adjustment that the other team made didn't fit with the adjustment that Lakeville North wants to make. So,
well, Duluth East is going to be more offensive, and Lakeville North says they're going to be more defensive.
So
we'll see how that happens.
Something's got to give. Evan Little, quick shot, wide. And our third period is underway, 2-0 Lakeville North. And they have the puck, and it's Jack Paling. Crosses the red line, swings it around, near side to far side. Nick Paling comes down to pinch and kick it to brother Ryan. I'm pretty sure those brothers can cycle the puck in their sleep.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Puck is going to pop up to the side of the net, backhanded Donovan. And Nick Altman will tip it and guide it in, and a change here for Duluth East.
We did see what Lakeville North coaches said they're going to do is throw it in, because normally the Palings would have tried that. Jack Paling would have tried a cross-ice pass, so he ringed it around the boards coming down the zone.
And a Bach in deep. They're more of a possession team into the zone, right, Lou?
They certainly are, and they have the ability to do that.
Back behind the net, Alex Spencer had it, but he lost it here to Annabach. He walks to the wing, shot blocked. Getting in the way of it, Luke Dow. Puck goes still in the North, or in the Duluth East zone. North continuing on the forecheck. Lakeville North player just got tackled.
I'm just surprised that the Lakeville North guys haven't used the point. They have 3 occasions so far since the period started to pass it back, and they got big shooters on the point, but they didn't do it once.
Dow around to the corner. Ryan Peterson reverses it back. There's a one-time shot wide. They don't know where the puck went. It was wide of Edquist. And I think Ryan Peterson kind of skated right by because he didn't know where it was coming from or where it was either.
It just went behind him, and Ryan Peterson would have had a wide open net because Edquist didn't know where the puck was. He was looking the other way.
Matt Little, shot by Funk. Edquist sees this one, and he holds on.
Boy, oh boy, he's going to see that one in his sleep. It just bounced out of his way. Maybe we can see it again. Here's a shot coming. Now watch Edquist look left. See, and the puck's on the right. And the puck's bouncing right by him.
Oh, yeah, he did see it. He's just not in position.
Oh, my goodness, what an opportunity.
Well, those are the kind of opportunities at Duluth East. If they get those, they have to capitalize on those.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of those.
No, not at all. Dumped in by Reed Smith. To it first, but losing an edge with Shea Donovan. He's able to get back up. Lutzka up to Worth. His sweep, though, not out. Altavilla deflected out of play.
And that's what I think you should see a lot of. Duluth East is really supporting. The forwards are coming back to support the defense, which means the defensemen of Lakeville North who are up high are going to be open. And that was the first opportunity that a defenseman had to shoot the puck. That's the first time they gave it back. Duluth East is doing a good job down low, so you got to use what they're leaving you. And right now, what they're leaving you is shots from the point.
Jack Paling tried to stick handle through some traffic, stolen by Altman. And he tried to get to it before he got to the goal line, but he couldn't, so it's an icing.
Yeah, you just got to get that red line and dump it in. Sometimes you're so close and you just think that with your speed you're getting there, but the linesmen are in position. They take a look where you're releasing that puck from, and then they make the call. That was an intense look there by Henry Annabach on the Lakeville North bench. Sepper takes a shot. That hit a boot and goes wide. Greyhounds with Nick Altman. Sepper deflects it. Little to it. Towards the net. Blocked. Pulled away here by Jack Paling. Back to center and then dumped in by Nathaniel Benson. And this one also going to be whistled down. It'll be icing as that was shy of the red line. There was another case where Jack Paling would have fired that pass across ice to Nick, and instead he just elected to dump it straight ahead. This, you definitely could see that they're listening to the coaches, what they want to do this period. They want to keep it ahead, keep it deep, chip pucks down and deep. That was their game plan coming in to chip them out. Now they want to chip them down deep and not pass across ice, and they're doing it. And thanks for that great inside information from downstairs from our Torrey Holt. Backpedaling, Luke Lemaster. Now he attacks up through center. He'll chip it in behind the net. To it first, Ash Altman. Up to the point, Hill. Altman.
shot. Oh, on the backside was Dow. Comes back up high. Another shot. Lemaster knocked down. Sadik was looking for it. And now it's up out to center, and Hill just shy of the red line, never made it to the checkered line, and then he wanted to flip it back in, but it deflects out of play. 13:34 third period. It's 2-0. Following this game, you can log on to www.mnpostgame.com to view the postgame press conference live, along with archived press conferences from the past games here this tournament. This will be the last one. And should be a good one. Who will be the victorious team at that press conference? Not yet decided. Paling bangs it out to center. It comes right back to him. That's Jack. Weaves across the line. Throws it to the backside. A little too deep there for Nick. But he's still able to control. Back to Jack. Off the end boards. He battles with Shea Donovan. Now Nick comes down. He has to deal with Lutzka. Evan Little, the center, came down to defend the net, get that puck from going out in front. It's still, though, controlled by Nick Paling to the dot, centering. One-timer just wide. In fact, breaking his stick was Jack Paling. They keep it in, they score! And they only had 4 skaters because Paling was going to get a new stick, and it's 3-0.
But that was the defenseman moving him from the point, and what a great play. And you thought maybe that was going to be the best chance that Lakeville North was going to get, but Altavilla, sensing an opening, came right down as everybody was looking at the puck carrier, and he got a perfect pass, put it in the open net. Lutzka made a great play, defending the shot, and his stick broke. And look at this right across the far side. Altavilla just sneaking in. What a perfect play. Great pass by Nick Paling. An excellent move by Altavilla to sense the opening, come down and put it away.
And then they found him.
By the way, the coaches said that Ryan Paling might only play 3 shifts a period. He hasn't missed one.
No.
You know how much these kids must want it. They want this. He's supposed to be tired, but he doesn't look tired the way he's playing.
He'll have time to be sick tomorrow.
Second assist to number 3, Jack Paling.
So Lakeville North, Altavilla, his 5th of the season.
From Nick Paling and Jack Paling.
He doesn't put up a lot of points. He doesn't have to. From that blue line here, he does so many other things, and it's fun to see a guy like that get rewarded with a state championship goal. Meanwhile, the Greyhounds get it out to Funk, who was camped, and the save by Edquist.
He was camped and he was being covered, but he had a quick stick, got that pass, and let it go right away, and Edquist just made the save and stopped it.
Nick and Jack Paling each getting the assist on that Altavilla goal.
Well, Jack really made the play happen. Behind the net, he fought 3 guys off. 3 guys behind the net were trying to battle him for the puck. He just chipped it ahead to Nick, and Nick went around and made that pass. Perfect pass to Altavilla.
Beach back to get in their zone. Ryan Peterson. It'll bounce. Max Johnson thought he might be able to get a shot off. Instead, Schneider after it, swung around. He's trying to tip it out. Out to the line. Sadik holds it in. Back to that point. Sadik had backed up to center. Defends nicely. Chips it back in.
You see Sadik's got the poise to fake a shot, hold it. When the puck comes to him and there's a guy 2-3 feet away from him, he doesn't necessarily just slap it away. He makes a move with the puck, sees if he has an opening, then he gets it back in. He's got a great sense of elongated time, and that's a quality that all good athletes have.
Well, here's Duluth East. It's the magic 3-goal deficit. Do they have enough to rally here? You need the first one if you're going to rally, and they need to find a way. Instead, here's a steal. Nick Paling loops around to the backhand, up to Jack, and he broke his stick again. Another broken stick. Got a bad batch, and it's cleared all the way down by Duluth East. It'll be icing.
Good thing his parents aren't paying for him. Those are expensive.
Yeah, you can see the pile.
Sticks, but
he's picking out which one is his.
We got a couple of good opportunities just to avoid because of the stick. But here's a perfect chance. You see what a nice pass right here. Oh, this is the one where Ryan came around, but we had a better chance there when Nick broke his stick. That would have been wide open and maybe game closing because that Nick Paling doesn't make mistakes when he gets around the net.
Ruthie's able to clear it. McNeely, they bounce it out in front. Nick Altman there trying to create something. He didn't have a lot of help, though. He was kind of all by himself. And Lakeville North will send it to Haug. Haug flicks it back behind his net. It comes out to center. Gloved and dropped by Ryan Paling. And he's off on the change, but still has time to dump it in. Jack Paling stays out there on the forecheck, runs into Lutzka. Puck comes free to the doorstep. Nick Paling, now it's Jack again. Stolen by Nick Funk. He's one of those hard workers on this Duluth East team. The whole team, they work hard. Shot.
Not only work hard, I love their conditioning. Their battle tempo just never stops.
They get stronger as the game goes on. We saw that in the section playoffs and here in the state tournament as well. Evan Little. Bump, but not before he can dump it in. Sadek. Here he starts the other way. Takes a little tap off the skate. Crosses the red line. Backhands it onto the stick of Benson, who throws it right past Sadek and back into the north zone. Worth trying to find it. It pops up into the air, into the slot, slapped wide of the net. Back up high. Benson blocked and out. And then sent in by McGlade.
And you can see they're keeping themselves fresh. Lakeville North line changes are getting shorter and shorter. He wants to keep fresh guys out there.
Max
Johnson. About 35 seconds. That's it.
Reed Smith in along the boards, trying to deal with Alex Spencer. One of those guys sounded like they lost their stick. Everybody's got their lumber, and now back the other way. Matt Little, front of the benches, sends it in. Altavilla takes a long rink wide. He's shy of the red line. This will be an icing.
Shy by a foot. The linesman was right there.
That's all it takes. 9:08 here in the third period. Lakeville North with a 3-0 lead.
Twist. A solid effort thus far by Lakeville North, and time's running out, but we're not at the 6-minute mark or so, and we've seen Duluth East come back from that.
That game summary brought to you by Tria Orthopedic Center. For the athlete in all of us, there's Tria. And another, just an addendum on that Nick Paling assist line there. He has assisted on 7 of the last 8 goals scored by the Panthers. Duluth East out to center, bouncing it through all the way to the Lakeville North line. And it was McNeely who turns it back the other way. Howe puts the brakes on it back behind his net. And then it's Nick Altman. Bump before he can push it up ahead for Little. Intercepted and flipped in by Jack Paling.
Another good change, quick change, and another dump in. Lakeville North keeping at least 3 men back at all times.
Here's Nick. Flips it through. Sadek will allow it to bank off, and then he'll just play it in and stop by Haug again. And Duluth East will have to try and do it all again. They do flip it out to center. Karam off the near side boards, ends up on the far side. Ryan Paling bump, spun around, intercepted Duluth East. Out to center, intended for Ryan Peterson, and the Panthers will clear it once again, and Duluth East will go back and reset. Shea Donovan, reversal behind his net, Lutzka. Lutzka runs into Nick Paling. Donovan to help up to the point, shot, Karam off the end boards. Palings are back there, that's Nick and Jack. To Sepper. Now it's Nick. Sepper shot loose. Spinning around. Ryan Paling. Didn't quite have the angle for the shot there, so he's just going to reset. And now it's out of the zone.
Good looking kid, that Ryan Paling, for being a sophomore. He's the biggest of the Paling brothers. All 3 of them have good stability in their skates. They don't get knocked down easy. They can battle with a couple guys, and they maintain their balance. That's a real key quality that they have.
Ryan Paling, Jack Paling, and Angelo Altavilla. They are your goal scorers here for Lakeville North. Very stingy on the season. They have been able to keep Duluth East off the board here, and they've only given up 1.3 goals a game all season long.
A tweet from Fort Seal. It's a long way along. Let's go east. We got a ways to go. It's 6:40 to go. They're losing 3-0, but it's nice to see people all the way down to Fort Seal watching. That's
all over
great.
the country.
Thanks. Thank you very much for your service. Well, draws are crucial here. When you get in Duluth East thus far has been very good on the draws, by the way. When you get in the defensive zone, Lakeville's got to win them. They didn't win that one.
Evan Little, they'll pull it back to LeMaster. Alex Spencer, there was a penalty on Lakeville North while we were looking at that tweet. So power play for Duluth East, now or never for the Greyhounds. LeMaster back to set it up here on the power play. Time of that penalty, 10-20, was Rohrbach for interference. Wide of the net, Nick Altman. LeMaster reverses Spencer. And he's going to be challenged. And a Bach, and now a 2-on-1. Max Johnson. Shot in, Haug saves.
Well, when you're short a man and you're going down like Johnson was there, and even though you had a wing coming with you, he was being covered. Put the puck on the net, because if you miss, it's going to come all the way out of the zone. You're going to get caught, and you get a chance. We'll look at the penalty earlier. It was on the far side right here. Rohrbach, puck's already gone. So he got called for interference, giving Duluth East the penalty, the power play right here.
Got to be careful those things. Teams that have given Duluth East chances over the last 4 or 5 games, they've paid the price.
Exactly. That's what happened with that Grizzly. He took the 5-minute major, up 3-0, had 2 goals scored on it.
Ryan Peterson back up to Donovan. Over to Lutzka. Shot, scores! And it may have been Ryan Peterson on a redirection, and then he got hit from behind. He can't even celebrate the goal.
It was Ryan Peterson. He got hit right after the deflection, but he definitely deflected it. I think he got cross-checked in the shoulder that bothered me. You'll see it after the deflection. He got checked on the side. He's got a sore shoulder. He's trying to lift his arm to celebrate, but watch this. He's going to go right in front of the net. That's him coming from behind the net right here. Deflection's coming. We'll probably check that and review the goal to see where it was made contact. It's tough to see from this angle whether the stick was high or not. It looks low to me. I think that's a good goal.
Wonderful job getting that stick on the puck.
Crowd's booing because they see Sadek knocking Peterson down right after the goal. Watch this right here, and here's the check. But that's got to be a good goal. I think that definitely was well below the goalpost.
They come back somehow.
Now you know that Lakeville North is going to be a little tight, don't you think?
Oh yeah. They go. We thought we had these guys down here. They come back.
You see the good shot from the point. Lutzka, great tip. You see the blade part looks like it's high, but it was down below his shoulders by the time that stick made contact with it. I got to believe this is a good goal.
Yeah, they are still looking at it.
Unless they got some angle that we're not seeing. I think it's a good goal. Watch this.
It's a goal. The call has been made. It is a good goal.
All right. Not surprising. It's good that they got the video replay now. We don't have controversy like we used to have over goals that are scored because they got the video replay booth down at the far end of the press box here.
And with so many camera angles, usually they get some kind of a conclusive look.
Right.
So they get it right much more often than they get it wrong. Probably 9 out of 10 at least. This one's knocked down. Nick Paling in. Shot kicked out by Haug. Lakeville North came right back at it. 5.5 left in a 3-1 game.
That's what you want to do if you're Lakeville North. Come back with a chance rather than let them pressure you again.
Out to center. Bunton. Now it's Evan Little. He's got Bunton slipping by him. He'll dump it in. Nick Altman is there. As the puck was coming to him, he was looking for maybe a center. And instead, it's flipped back around. Reed Hill comes down and in on Ned Edquist. And that was interesting. And it ends up in his glove. And it'll be a face-off, but not before we step aside.
That was a deflected shot, and Edquist had to make another great save as we get ready for a break with 5:04 to go, 3-1 Lakeville.
Today's Save of the Game is brought to you by Catholic United Financial Life Insurance Annuities and Retirement Products.
Take a look at that glove save that Hogg makes on Nick Palin. That puck was a rocket going in the upper corner, and it was a great choice for save of the game. Watch that hand move right here. There, look how quick that was.
He flags it down.
Nice. Mighty nice.
5:04 on the clock. East off the draw. Ash Altman swinging around to Peterson. Quick centering pass up to Donovan, but Donovan has it kicked away. Here's Ryan Paling all alone on the break. Shot saved by Haug, and they crash into the net.
Well, I want to tell you, for all those kids, young kids that are watching out there, I want you to watch how Ryan Paling blocked that shot. You go down on one knee, you keep your body upright, and you block the shot, you get breakaways. When you're out at the blue line, you shouldn't be leaving your feet to block a shot. Watch this. You see that? One leg down, block, you go. And then two other things. A great save there by Haug, by the way. And another thing, you don't get hit in the head with shots.
No.
So that's how you block a shot, and this is how you save the puck. Great move by Gunnar Haug on what would have been just a game-ending goal for Lakeville North.
That would have been the backbreaker. Duluth East still within 2, but we're getting into crunch time now, under 5 remaining. Hill up to center. Back at the line here for Lakeville North, Jack McNeely, a 4-year letter winner. Lakeville North gets to a loose puck again. They reverse it over to Schneider. Schneider's going to take a bump from Lemaster. Snuck past Little. Hennebach in the corner. And again, reversed right back to the near side now. Schneider behind the net, looking for it, Max Johnson. Schneider finds it as he works his way to the corner. Now up to the point, Sadek. And then his dump in rolls back all the way around. Didn't pucks in deep. Schneider wanted to center. Blocked and taken away. Lemaster for Nick Altman. Altman for Bunton, just a little out of his reach, and McNeely able to track it down. He's got it on his stick. Kicked further out by Hennebach. As those players go down, it was Hennebach on the attack, got to the east line. Another North player spun around, Johnson, and then dumped in by Benson. That comes all the way around. Funk held it in with the glove. Now Spencer holds it in. Able to hold his ground to Worth. Worth off the double team. He got checked, and there was that player high that grabbed it. Sadek up ahead. Reed Smith across the line, but that's offside.
You got to get the zone. You got to get the zone. Reed Smith coming up the ice. It looks like he's got a lot of time. Unfortunately, his wing just got a little too anxious, went offside. When you're trying to kill the clock, you're trying to keep a lead, don't get unnecessary whistles, especially when you have control of the puck.
618.
Just announcing
that's the all-new
record.
All-new record, all-time, 135,618 all-time tournament attendance for all sessions. What a year it has been. We knew coming in that it was going to be a great field, and boy, we've seen that. Duluth East backhands it through the crease. Up high, Donovan. Kept deep by Peterson. Peterson bothered by Ryan Paling. Puck comes free from there. Ash Altman trying to hold it in. Instead, the other way, it's Nick Paling. And he'll get across the line from that center circle and just flip it in. Jack Paling rides Duluth East Donovan into the end boards. But Duluth East able to collapse down, and Lutzka takes it to center, crosses the red line, and dumps it in.
Good move there by Lutzka, the way he came out of the zone with that puck.
Edquist, we haven't seen him advance the puck that much here today. A lot of that has probably been maybe because of the pressure of Duluth East when they've gotten the puck deep. And at center, Nick Altman with the bouncer. Then back Edquist again behind him. Approaching 2 minutes left. Max Johnson up for Schneider. He dives. Can't get a piece of it. Right back in and then back out. Teams exchange possession back and forth. And this time I think Schneider's going to win the race to it. And he'll just reverse the puck.
He did that, and then he didn't realize Hennebach was open on the far side. Goalie's out.
Lemaster, there goes the goalie with a 2-goal difference, just under 2 minutes left. So extra attacker here for Duluth East. And the Greyhounds trying to hold it in. They can't. Out to center is Hennebach. And he's taken out of the play. Wonderful play by Lutzka. Back to center. Tipped around. Luke Dow. Spencer to the net, and Dow slides it in on the net, basically lateral right along the goal line there, and it's covered by Edquist.
People are probably wondering why Ennebeck didn't shoot that puck. He had no angle to shoot. The defenseman had him played perfectly, so he tried to pass it.
Here's our play of the game, Lou, brought to you by CCM, made of hockey.
And that is a gorgeous play. Watch this behind the net. Nick Phelan coming all the way around. He sees Altavilla sneaking down from the point. And boy, oh boy, that was a big goal, 3-0, because at that point, 2-0, Duluth East is feeling pretty good. That put a little bigger lead. And boy, they needed it because Duluth did score, making it 3-1. Imagine if it was just 2-1, but Altavilla with that goal coming down from the point. It's terrific play.
Timeout called here by Duluth East. Just mentioned the overall state tournament record. There you go.
You had some great crowds in the single A as well, and you had great games. That's why. And then you take a team like Hermantown and a team like East Grand Forks. They play tough schedules. They played some of these AA teams. They beat them. But we had a great tournament all the way around. We had excitement in every game. Very, very unpredictable, and that's what makes it such a great sport.
Who would have thought? I mean, Lakeville North, they were number one, and when the section seedings came out and you go, yeah, Lakeville North's going to be in the state championship game, you're going to go, yeah, that makes sense. If you would have said Duluth East at that time, people would be going, what kind of parallel universe are you in? But they made a run, and that's why this tournament, I think, has been so fun. People really love an underdog, and that's what Duluth East has been. And right now they need some of that magic. They need some of that Hermantown magic that they had earlier here today, where they rallied from too late with a pulled goaltender and a 6-on-5 advantage.
Well, Duluth East gets better as the year goes along. Mike Randolph's had a history of having his teams get better, and these guys certainly got better.
Sweeping it out now, grabbing it. Ennebach bumped off the play into the Duluth East zone. Minute 15 left. From behind his net, LeMaster. Onto the stick of Bunton. Blocked on the shot, chipped, and back out.
You'll see that Ennebach's out on the ice with the two pins, Nick and Jack, because Ryan is sick, and he's not as strong. Good move by the coach.
Nick Altman, glove by Edquist to play it safe. We'll get a face-off here in the Panther zone.
Yeah, he's gonna take a guy like Ryan, who's played very well, but he knows he was only going to use him 3 shifts a period. While you're in a tough spot, you might not be as strong in the puck along the boards. He comes out with a bulldog, Ennebach, who plays so strong on the boards and puts him in that position.
Nick Paling winning the face-off, spun around, but it's not out. At the line, Hill, reversal back to the corner, Luke Dow. Peterson, back around for Hill, all the way down to the half wall, backboards Peterson. Up to the point, Benson right at 9. Peterson, 30 seconds left. Spencer, low shot, Altman, rebound up, all the way up the slot. Hill was there, just too many bodies to get that to the net. And it is cleared by Lakeville North, under 20 seconds left to go. To center, Dow. Center, Spencer, he finds Peterson, knocked down. Shot was blocked. It's out to Nick Paling at center. It is in the empty net. 5.1 remaining.
Well, it's fitting that he got the goal. This kid has been just unbelievable all year long, all tournament long, all night long. He and his brother Jack and his other brother Ryan have had sensational seasons, and boy, have they been big tonight. And Nick Paling, who made such an outstanding play in the third goal, which was a key goal, comes back with this goal after fine block. Great work by Lakeville North down around the net, blocking those shots. But here's Jack getting it over to him, and here's Nick just getting it, skating away. Made sure he got over the red line in case he missed the net, and put it away.
Each of the 3 brothers, each with a goal. Ryan, Nick, and Jack, all with goals here tonight. And Lakeville North, for the first time, hockey champions.
Well, you can't say that it was unexpected, but you can say that these guys were deserving. They did it all year long. When you come here with an undefeated record and play tough teams and come out and win the championship, you deserve it. And they had to play a team tonight, Duluth East, that fights you every inch of the way. They never give up. Duluth East is a team that's well coached, well prepared, and they certainly were giving you every bit of fight they had. So you got to salute Duluth East for what they've been able to accomplish, and you got to take your hats off to Lakeville North for just a fantastic, and not often seen undefeated season.
Lakeville North, I mean, they couldn't relax until they got that empty netter.
I know I wasn't relaxed till they got it. Duluth East made believers out of me.
There are the Greyhounds. One of the great runs. I know, Lou, you go back a long time. I don't know. Hard to remember a team just keep coming back all the way into this, not just in the state tournament, but going back to their section with what a run they had. They have nothing to hang their heads about. They're doing that now, but they're going to remember this run.
Boy, they killed the dreams of a lot of kids along the way, I'll tell you that. A lot of teams thought they were going to beat them, and they didn't. These guys persevered through a tough schedule. I mean, the teams they beat were really good teams. Edina, St. Thomas, Grand Rapids, and Elk River. Those are good hockey programs. Those are good teams, and they beat every one of them. They were deserving to be here tonight, and they run into the best team in the state, which was the best team from day one, all year long.
Yep. They started as number 2 in the preseason, but that's because Edina was the defending champ. So they by default get number 1, and it was like the second week. Then they were number 1, and they have been there ever since. And Mike Randolph, what a job he did.
I mean, he's done it for so long. He gets his players to believe in the system, and he coaches the players how to play with the talent they got.
All right, today's player of the game brought to you by CCM, made of hockey.
Oh, what a surprise. 1 goal, 3 assists. He certainly is player of the game. I'm so impressed by these 3 kids, and how can you talk about one without the others? Because they all affect one another's goals.
Yeah, they play on the same line.
They have about the same points because they're all involved in the same goals. And boy, the effort and the smartness with which they play and the intensity and their compete level is unquestioned. It's just terrific to watch.
And it's this team was on a mission after losing in that final a year ago. Jim Carroll is going to take us through the award ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the award ceremony. Please direct your attention to the video board.
Born Herbert Paul Brooks Jr., Herb Brooks and the game of hockey have become synonymous. After winning a state title with St. Paul Johnson in 1955, he would later play on 2 Olympic hockey teams and lead the University of Minnesota to 3 national titles. But his biggest moment came in 1980 when Brooks guided Team USA to a gold medal at Lake Placid. He would later coach in the NHL and again in the Olympics, winning a silver in 2002. Herb Brooks passed away in 2003, but his legacy lives on. The Herb Brooks Award is symbolic of the way Herb played and coached. The recipient of this honor is passionate about the game, is committed to school, team, and community, and is a person of character that is goal-oriented, as well as a skilled player and leader on and off the ice. As Herb Brooks once said, it's the name on the front of the jersey that's more important than the one on the back.
Please welcome Joe Schmidt from 45 TV. He is joined by Kelly Brooks Paradise, daughter of Herb Brooks, and her sons Tommy and Joey.
It was 35 years ago that Herb Brooks led a group of young Americans to a gold medal in Lake Placid. Many of those kids skated right here in the state of hockey on their way to that gold medal. Here's Kelly Paradise along with her son Tom to present this year's Herb Brooks Award winner.
Thanks, Joe. On behalf of my family and the Herb Brooks Foundation, we are pleased to announce this year's winner to
Lakeville North's Angelo Altavella.
to say this caps off a perfect season and a perfect night.
Yeah, we worked so hard for it all year, and just finally see hard work pay off.
And what's this Herb Brooks Award mean to you?
It means everything. Herb was a great guy, and it's a true honor.
Congratulations, and go back and celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we will present the Wells Fargo All-Tournament team, chosen by members of the Minnesota High School Hockey Coaches Association. These students have distinguished themselves by their athletic excellence, leadership, team commitment, and exceptional sportsmanship. Presenting the trophies for the Wells Fargo All-Tournament team at center ice is Lori Hall, Marketing Manager, Great Lakes Region. And now, the 2015 Class AA Boys Hockey All-Tournament team. From Edina, forward Garrett Wade. From St. Thomas Academy, forward Peter Tufto. From St. Thomas Academy, defenseman Seamus Donahue. From Duluth East, defenseman Alex Spencer. From Duluth East, forward Ash Altman. From Duluth East, goaltender Gunnar Haug. From Duluth East, forward Ryan Peterson. From Lakeville North, defenseman Jack McNeely. From Lakeville North, forward Jack Paling. From Lakeville North, defenseman Jack Sadek. From Lakeville North, forward Nick Paling. And from Lakeville North, goaltender Ryan Edquist. Wells Fargo and the State High School League congratulate all members of the 2015 Class AA Boys Hockey All-Tournament team. And now let's meet and congratulate our second and first place tournament winners. The consolation trophy was awarded to St. Thomas Academy earlier this afternoon. The third place trophy and bronze medals were awarded to Edina High School earlier this evening. Presenting the awards are Scott McCready, St. Charles, Steve Beals, Montevideo, Tom Groutman of Northfield, Dan Johnson, Hopkins, and Deb Pauley of Jordan, members of the Minnesota State High School League Board of Directors. They will be assisted by members of the Minnesota State. Please step forward when your name is called. Alex Spencer. Brighton Lutzka. Garrett Worth.
Congratulations.
Sam Casera. Reed Hill. Nathaniel Benson.
Congratulations.
Nick Funk. Nick Altman. Ian Mayhew.
Great job. Thank you. Congratulations.
Luke Dow. Ryder Donovan. Matt Little.
Super job.
Ryan Peterson. Luke Lemaster. Ash Altman. Brian Button. Shay Donovan.
I can tell you're a fine captain. Nice job.
Lucas Hadeen.
Great job. Great job. Congratulations.
Goaltender 31, Gunnar Haug. Evan Little. Student Student assistant Matt Mellon. Assistant coach Brendan Brooks. Assistant coach Dylan Mills.
Thank you.
And head coach Mike Randolph.
Great job, Coach. You've got a great team. Thank you. Well done. I'm proud of them. Thanks.
And now will the captains please come forward to accept your second place trophy. Duluth East finishes with a record of 16, 11, and 1. The 2015 Minnesota State High School Class AA Boys Hockey Champion is Lakeville North High School. Each member of the official squad receives a gold medal. Please step forward when your name is called. Pierce Wilson. Jack Paling. Ryan Paling. Reed Smith. Max Johnson. Nick Paling.
Nick, congratulations. Thank you. Well,
Max McGlade. Taylor Schneider. Adam Dushan.
Good job. Thank you.
Keaton Pearson. Chaz Dufon. Logan Kappas.
thanks.
Roman Rohrbach. Jack Sadek.
Thank you.
Angelo Altavilla. Logan Severson. Jack McNeely.
Great job, Captain.
Henry Enneback. Luke Sepper. Ryan Edquist. Student assistant Alex Hobbs. Student assistant Zach Ramsey. Assistant coach Jake Enneback. Assistant coach Jake Taylor. And head coach Trent Eigner.
I bet Mary's really proud. She is. I bet she is. Congratulations.
And now, will the captains please come forward to accept your state championship trophy? Lakeville North High School finishes with a record of 31-0 and are the 2015 AA state champions.
The award ceremony. Yeah, for the Minnesota State High School.
One of the great seasons in recent memory to go undefeated with that schedule and to win a state title and not stumble along the way. That is perfection.
A lot of talent on that team, Jim. From goaltenders on out, goaltender, a real strong defense, very good balance in the forward lines, and exceptional talent on that first line especially. So when you get a team like that, it's not surprising they win. It is surprising that they don't lose a game all year long. That's what was really something. But it was wonderful to see.
Yeah, and hockey's a funny game where funny bounces occur sometimes, and you lose a game maybe that you shouldn't have. It just hasn't happened for this Panther team this year. It's amazing.
Well, many times they say maybe it's better to lose a game sometime during the year because you're not going to go undefeated. Well, that dispels that theory.
Yeah, and of course you got to mention Duluth East as well. And lots of people say sometimes that coaching doesn't matter. It certainly mattered with Mike Randolph in Duluth East with the adjustments they made and a magical run for them. And it ends as a second place and a runner-up here this year.
Well, it shows you what happens when you got a group of kids that work so hard, dedicated to getting the best out of their ability and listen to the kind of game plan the coach has. And they did it game in and game out, and they got so much better. You know, that's what he did at the midway part during the season. He knew he had to make some changes. He made it. The kids bought in, and they were terrific. They fought and scratched all the way through. Deserved to be here tonight. Unfortunately, just right into a team with a lot of talent and ability to adjust to the way Duluth East was playing, make the proper adjustments, and then win the game. But it was fun nonetheless for everybody, and it was a great thrill, I'm sure, for those two teams tonight. And Lakeville North finally gets their first state championship.
All right, thank you very much, Lou. And Tori, we've got some comments from downstairs.
Well, we're going to get them soon, and get ready to go to Mancini's, Tori. I'll see you there.
I'm there, too.
I'll be there in 5 minutes. I got Jack Paling. I got Nick Paling right here. You guys did it. You can exhale. The pressure is off the back. Tell me about that and what it's like to go through an undefeated season and hear about it game after game when you didn't win it last year, knowing the goal was to win it this year.
Yeah, it's definitely been a journey throughout the whole year. I mean, been working so hard throughout the just entire season, off season, everything. It just finally paid off. Feels great.
Jack, you got to do it with two of your brothers. Ryan gets a big goal. You got Nick right here. What has it been like as you're departing now as seniors?
It's been special. I mean, playing alongside your two brothers is something you can't even describe, and we'll cherish it for the rest of our lives.
Put this, I guess, moment into words. You just won the biggest amateur tournament maybe in the world in hockey.
I can't put it into words. I mean, it's the greatest feeling in my life.
Jack, I'll let you go. Go celebrate with your buddies.
Thank you.
All right, Nick, pretty incredible. Talk about the chemistry between you two.
Yeah, chemistry is amazing. I mean, I can't really describe it. I think just living with each other and hanging out with each other every day helps us out a lot.
For you, from your perspective, what has this been like getting here and going through this, climbing this hill, all the tough times that you've been through with your brothers and this family over here and being able to capitalize with the championship?
Yeah, it's been a journey. I mean, we've been through so much together, and just all the hard work and workouts that we go to twice a week, and the summer training and everything has been amazing.
Congratulations. I'm going to let you go. They're waiting for you for the picture. You did it. You won the championship.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, there he is, Nick Paling, the Paling brothers. And then it was the sophomore who was ill, Ryan, who comes up with a big goal to get him started. Unbelievable.
And what a tournament it has been, too. I mean, not just on the ice, but the reaction from around the country, exposure on Sports Center, attendance records being just blown right through the doors here at the XL Energy Center. What a year. It's going to be one that we are going to remember, especially for those kids and for East Grand Forks earlier today as well. Thanks for joining us. We're going to go down to Joe and the guys. Joe, Dave, and Mike, they're going to wrap this thing up for us. 2015 boys high school hockey season coming to a close in memorable fashion.
Games, 31 wins, and hundreds of memories. Jack Sadek and Jack McNeely, seniors, the last to leave the ice. They hug for a lifetime here. 4-1 win. Boy, perfection, a season of perfection. How hard, I'm going to ask you, Dave, this because you had a perfect team. You had a couple perfect teams. How hard is it to go perfect in high school hockey in Minnesota?
It's really hard. And I think the people tonight just kind of expected Lakeville North that they were just going to do this so easily. This was hard work. this championship started when they lost and came off the ice against Edina last year. As the Paling brothers spoke on the ice, they began working out in the weight room, working together as a team, running, lifting. And so this was a total team effort. This was a dedication from the coaching staff all the way through. What a great effort. It is not easy.
And Duluth East trying to be the Cinderella story. They just ran into a awfully talented, disciplined hockey team.
They ran into a team who had too much talent for them tonight on a third night. Maybe if they're playing them the first game, the outcome is different. But tonight, it was Lakeville North that won, and they deserved to win. They were very patient. I was very impressed with the way their coach, Trent Eicher, had them ready to play tonight. He didn't press the issue. Those kids played very patient, and they jumped on their opportunities, and they played a sound, solid defensive game, very patient. That brought them to the championship, Joe.
It was a 2-0 game after 2 periods, so Duluth East was hoping to get a goal early, but Angelo Altavella got a power play goal here.
This is just it's a great play. This kid can really shoot the puck, Altavilla. He's got a bomb of a slap shot, and this comes in as, excuse me, I was describing the wrong one. That was the power play goal. Just a shot from the point. Simple. Here's Altavilla. This kid can just rip the puck. Watch, he comes around, he comes in off the blue line. That's a defenseman 10 feet off the icing line. What a play, what a read by him. What a play set up by the coaching staff.
And Duluth East did get their goal.
Yeah, Ryan Peterson, number 24. He's kind of been a star for Duluth East this whole week. Got cross-checked in the back there, but big goal. It looked like, I think the fans thought maybe, just maybe, Duluth East is going to make a run here at the end here, but just too much Duluth East, or too much Lakeville North at the end. Empty net goal here, kind of ices it. Of course, it was a Nick Paling putting the emphasis on this victory tonight.
And tonight's stats are going to be brought to you by Polymed, working on a plan to mine the copper, nickel, and other essential metals that make this broadcast possible and make this celebration possible. Learn more at gopolymed.com. Here are our stats, boys.
And you look at this face-offs even, but the big difference were the shots on goal and the scoring chances lining up for Lakeville North. And those stats tell the story, and those two stats tell the story of the game. That's just the way it was.
How do you spell perfection? I think you spell it like you spell Panthers, the Lakeville Panthers. How does it feel to go undefeated and win a state championship? That's what they call the hog pile right there. And it's a fun one. Lakeville North, your AA state champion for 2015 4-1 final over Duluth East. When you're a goalie and you win a state championship, look out, because here they come. And boy, did they ever. Lakeville North celebrating perfection. 31 games, 31 wins, and the state champion. There's a hug from a couple of classy coaches. And unfortunately, one has to go home with the first place trophy. One has to go home with the second place trophy. Gentlemen, your favorite moments from this tournament. Mike McGraw, the hockey professor.
Well, what I'm taking away from this tournament is the last picture you saw of Coach Mike Randolph, 27 years, and the coach Trent Eicher, 4 years. It was not a goodbye to Mike because he's so old, but rather a welcome to Lakeville North hockey, Trent Eicher and his staff, bringing them to an upper echelon of Minnesota high school hockey. They have now reached the top rung. Welcome to that group of teams, the excellent teams in the state of Minnesota, and you will be a good member of that group. You're well coached, you're a good community, you have great school support. Congratulations to you on your 31-0 and your first school championship.
And Dave, they had the graphic up, a whole bunch of firsts for Lakeville North. They didn't really won the state title. They just set a bunch of records and made a bunch of marks.
You know, and those records could last for quite a while. I mean, 5 records on that board there. But, you know, what really stuck out for me for this tournament was Lakeville North being able to put aside, they have 6 Division I at a minimum players going Division I play hockey. And they put aside those egos. They played for their teammates. And it's amazing for the young kids at home, when you are willing to play for your teammates and put aside your interests, you can go a long way, and Lakeville North showed that tonight.
We saw perfection. We saw record crowds. We saw highlights. We saw heartbreaks. We saw it all in this 2015 tournament. Gentlemen, thank you very much. The executive producer of the tournaments on 45 is Dennis Silva. Studio producer is Brian Monahan. Our director, Pat O'Connor. And our director of operations is Monica Doyle. For Dave Palmquist, Mike McGraw, and the rest of the fantastic crew here at 45 TV, I'm Joe Schmidt, and that's a wrap from the State of Hockey.
Here we go.
Put your hands up, come on, put your hands up.
Project out in front, they score. Here's his wrist shot, blockers, they score. What an effort by John Kopacek.
There is only today.
Lakeville North, for the first time, hockey champions.